Hey guys, it's Kiddvirus53 here and welcome back to another video. We have another edition of WrestleCrate as of April 2026, and obviously for those who saw last month's crate, I am subscribed for well over 10 years now, or it was just 10 years last month, and I got the Hall of Fame ring which I showed off. Amazing. Once again, thank you WrestleCrate for that. My name is actually on the Hall of Fame page, like the very top of the page on the website, so that's awesome. We got another crate for this month, which, if I'm being honest, because I received it yesterday, it's not the most satisfying one. I mean, there have been probably one odd month where you look at the crate and think only half the items are that good. But we're going to dive into everything anyway. But if you are interested in grabbing one of these fancy WrestleCrates, go over to the website. There's about 7 fins here. But if you want to go for a cheaper option, you'll probably get about 3 items, which I would say go for the higher option because it's just better. Anyway, we got 7 items in here. A little sneak preview as to what's to come next month, which I'll show at the end, as I always tend to. But yeah, we're going to dive right in with the first thing, which is a shoot interview, and there's a YouTube link which I'll put in the description as well. It's a shoot interview from none other than Scott Hall, which I'll leave that in the description for those who want to watch. It's an unlisted video that was put up by WrestleCrate. All the ones that I had in the previous months from when we had stuff like this, I've made a playlist which is unlisted, so I managed to watch those, and you know, it gives me time to just actually dive into them. So yeah, feel free to check that out. We got a behind the scenes look at his run with the NWO in WCW to his time in WWE as Razor Ramon in this tell-all interview. So that could be probably an hour or so long. So yeah, feel free to check that out if you wish. Next up, we have the monthly pin, which I keep saying every single time I need to buy a new pin board because I've only got one that's already full, so I need to get a second one. But this is pretty cool. We have a Pipe Bomb WrestleCrate exclusive pin, which is obviously a reference to CM Punk. I'm not a massive Pepsi guy, which I once was when I was a former child, but this is a CM Punk reference. I like that. I'm not a massive Punk fan though, but there we go. That will be added to the pin board whenever I get the second one, so that's awesome. Then we have one of the 2 fins, which I was thinking to myself, why is this even in the crate? But we haven't had something like this in years. So we have a lanyard, and it's Restival. I'm not sure what that entirely means. I don't know anything about Restival. Restival Festival. So this just could be anything. It could be SummerSlam. It could be, I don't know, the Jericho Cruise. I have no idea. It just might be something completely made up. I'm not too sure. But yeah, we had a lanyard like this a couple years ago, but it was like WrestleCrate themed, established 2015. Yeah, so there we go. We've got another lanyard for the set. But not only that we have a lanyard to represent the said brand, we've also got a Restival bucket hat, to which I don't think these suit me one bit. I was saying to a friend of mine when I looked at this crate yesterday and I opened it up, and I said, I think I'm just going to give this to you because I know you like bucket hats. Make of it what you will. I know you guys in the comments are going to say this doesn't suit you. Maybe just like cut the top so your hair's sticking out like you're Scotty Too Hotty or something. But there we go. Yeah, I'm sorry about the lighting, by the way, but I'll give you a proper good look as to what it looks like. So there we go. In all of its glory, it doesn't suit me one bit. I don't know why I put it on to begin with. But yeah, so we have a wonderful bucket hat for Restival. So there we go. Right, and we are going to start with one of the 2 autographs. So we always get a exclusive autograph, a WrestleCrate tees every single month, which I'll show that in a second. but they also bring in an autograph that is based on UK specific wrestlers. So we've got the likes of Man Like the Reese, we had Kanji, we had Rio, Sapphire Reed was one of them, Emerson Jane, Brady Phillips was another one, which was a name that I heard, but I haven't really seen much of his stuff. So we got one from the current Rev Pro Undisputed British Heavyweight Champion, and that is from none other than Jay Joshua. I've seen a couple of his matches. I saw him at Rev Pro Progress. He's been featured on there. Yeah, he's mainly all over the north, and I think he does some stuff in Wales as well. But he's a very chill guy. He's very lovely in person. Got his quote, say less on there. Yeah, he's just an all chill guy, but feel free to check out his matches. I'll likely leave a match suggestion in the description down below, so if you want to check him out, feel free to. But he mainly does Rev Pro because he's the current champion right now. But I'll probably drop some things here and there where he shows up in the UK. I think he's done a France show as well. So yeah, I'll leave a match thing in the description if you want to check him out. So yeah, it's nice to have that in the collection now. And then the main one, so I think we had something like this before, but I don't think it was signed. It was probably one of the very first few crates that I subscribed to. But yeah, but in all of its glory, I think Defract does all the art. So this is very, very cool. So it's from none other than Rey Mysterio himself. There's the signature right there. I really like the art for this. Defract, who does all the graphics, he does some incredible work. Yeah, I remember he did some like creations for like the old WWE games, like WWE 12 and 13, I think, with all the textures and stuff. So he's very good when it comes to these art styled autographs. But yeah, that is very awesome. It's one for the collection. Rey Mysterio, I grew up watching him. I can't believe he's in his 50s now, which is insane to say. But yeah, he's one of the all-time greats, and I love it. So I appreciate this one very, very much. So that's another one for the set. And then finally, we have this month's t-shirt, which is in a very nice blue, because we always get black t-shirts every single month. And I was saying in previous months that we don't really get enough non-black t-shirts. So it's in a lovely blue, just like my room, even though this is a light baby blue. This is in a darkish like navy. But it's none other than, to reference, none other than Big Boss Man himself. We got Cobb County Law Enforcement Department at the bottom, which I really, really like. I don't think we've ever had anything Boss Man related in quite some time, so this is very awesome, especially because it's in blue. It does fit the theme with the yellow and the black. So yeah, that's awesome. I love this. Thank you so much, WrestleCrate, for that. But yeah, like I said, this month's crate, in my personal opinion, is not the most satisfying in any way. I really enjoy the autographs and the t-shirt. Everything else, you know, I appreciate it. Though it's not my favourite thing, nor that I will ever be using them, apart from the pin, the YouTube link, which I'll put in the playlist, and then the rest of all things like this, I'm more than likely going to give it to a friend, because I don't think bucket hats suit me. But it's the thought that counts from WrestleCrate, and I appreciate them so much for doing everything that they do, especially because I'm subscribed to them for 10 years. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this month's edition of WrestleCrate. I know this was a quick one. Like I said, there's 7 items in this one, but if you wanted to go for something cheaper, then you would have just gotten the t-shirt, the Jay Joshua autograph, and then the Scott Hall VOD, which I don't even know. So I said this in the previous crates, I don't know why they will just give you this bit of card with the YouTube link when they can just send you an email, because it just saves sending them and printing them out. I don't know, but that's just me. But yeah, that's the 7 items in this crate. And then a sneak preview for next month's, to celebrate my birthday month. We've got an exclusive autograph from none other than Jey Uso, Mr. Botch himself, which, yeah. So there we go, we got a Jey Uso autograph, which we never had. It would have been nice if they did 2 and 2 with Jimmy Uso. It would have made a lot more sense. But there we go. That is to look forward to next month. For those who do want to subscribe right now and want to get the Jey Uso autograph, you've got until the 12th of May to claim that. So just throwing it out there who are interested, but anything after the 12th, you're going to get June's crate instead. Just a heads up there. But any queries, contact them online, social media. They'll get back to you as soon as possible, like they have done with me in the past. So yeah, anyway, that is it for this month's edition. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next month for the following month's crate. As for any other videos, just stay tuned. I will try and look through some old Twitch VODs and stuff. I know I've been very lazy with that lately. But yeah, just stay tuned on the channel. I'll get some stuff rolling out very, very soon. But anyway, that is it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed. Everything will be in the description down below, as well as the VODs and the Jey Joshua match recommendation. But yeah, anyway, stay tuned. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys later.